Sean says this is Coach Kyle's last year in his 6-year deal. If only that were true. His original 6-year deal. He got an extension. If we don't make the playoffs, I think we should take our best shot at Sean Payton. Otherwise, Dallas will get him. Now, that's intriguing. It's never going to happen. But it's true. You got Sean Payton sort of lingering, waiting to come back in the league. Vic Fangio as well, though no one wants Vic Fangio.
Right.
Sean Payton. Interesting. Better coach, Kyle Shanahan or Sean Payton?
Well, you got to go with Sean Payton just because. But here's the hard thing: like Sean Payton has had Drew Brees, right? He had Drew Brees his whole career, so it's, like you were good. And I say Drew Brees' whole career, but I mean, if you remember Drew Brees when he first got to the NFL with the Chargers, he was not the Drew Brees, the Hall of Fame Drew Brees player that he turned out to be. So
I mean, you can give Sean Payton credit for sort of having.
You can give Sean Payton credit for that. Handling the entire situation with New Orleans and what they were going through with Katrina and everything, and kind of being able to be consistently good. I mean, the Saints were always a scary team, regardless. And you knew that they were going to be competitive because, one, they had Drew Brees and they also had Sean Payton. It seems like he handles players very well. I'd say if there's anything Kyle Shanahan could do a little bit better, I think it's not being so, such a hard ass, like, all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Who's better? Sean Payton won the Super Bowl. So and he just had much more success. But Kyle is just getting started, right? Like we're talking about Sean Payton, who's been coaching since 2005.
Right.
So we got 15, 16 years of what he did. Kyle Shanahan, we got 5 years in. And there's a lot of good. There's also, okay, let's see where it goes.
If you're talking just offensive creativity, I think Kyle's on Sean Payton's level. I think they're probably right up. I mean, they're in the top tier with Andy Reid. But you're talking about
most people will tell you as a play caller, Kyle is
up there.
Top 1, 2, 3 in the league.
But I mean, where Kyle falls short always is going to be leadership. He doesn't want to be a leader. He just wants to be Kyle. He wants to be friends with the cool kids on the team, and he wants to be hard on the non-cool kids on the team. And then in the big moments of his career, he has choked 3 times. So that's what defines him at this point, beyond being a genius offensive designer. He's choked in his 3 biggest moments, and he just lets Jimmy lead the team, which is why the Niners haven't gotten rid of Jimmy yet, because Kyle delegates leadership. I'm sorry. I mean, that's okay. It allows players to be leaders. That's a good thing. But Kyle, at a certain point, he won't even pick a quarterback in year 6.
I'll say this in defense of Kyle Shanahan. You talked about him choking, 3 times in big moments.
Yeah.
And I think it does say something for him to even just be in those big moments.
That's true.
Because, there's only one team wins the Super Bowl every year. And obviously he's had cracks at it, but it just shows the level of coach he is to be in that position so often. Now, you want to see him win it, but it does say something to just be able to get there because, people are looking at, let's say, McCarthy over there with Dallas. They're like, man, get this weird dude out of here, right? Nobody's saying that about Kyle. So I think people understand how good of a coach he is. He just has to not choke. But again, I think it says something of him just being able to get to that moment. We saw a lot with Andy Reid early on in his career. Now, can you just win one?
He's enigmatic, right? Because it's he's so good, Kyle. The only person who can stop him is himself.
Right.
He's like some kind of weird superhero where his super villain arch nemesis is himself. There's no bad guy in his little universe that can rival him, except when he gets to right at the end of the comic book, somehow he gets in his own way every time. So I don't know what that is, man. I mean, maybe just go to a therapist, talk it out. I don't know what it is, but he has a self-destructive streak, dude. You're up big in the fourth quarter and you forget who Deebo Samuel is? Man, what? You got to talk this one out, Kyle. I don't know what it is. Yeah. My wife's a therapist. She can do it. David Sanchez says, do y'all feel like Kyle Shanahan drafted more durable players?
Football players get hurt. So, I mean, that's a tough spot. Now, you don't want to draft, again, nothing against Kinlaw. But if a guy has a bad knee coming in and Grant Cohn tweets out 49ers have 2 good knees between 2 different players, you don't want to do that. But just in the sense of trying, hope guys are going to get banged up in football. It's a very physical sport. Guys are moving at warp speed. The game happens really fast. So injuries kind of just happen. DK Metcalf, he had a freaking neck fusion or whatever. They didn't even know if he was going to be able to play, right, when he was drafted. He hasn't missed a game in the NFL. So, it's just
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some kind of
Frank
bad
Gore.
luck. Frank Gore, you know,
Nick
2
Bosa.
torn ACLs, and then so it's just.
I bet
Injuries
against Nick
come with the
Bosa
game.
all the way when he came out. I'm like, he's going to keep getting hurt, and he does keep getting hurt, but he comes back stronger every freaking time. I mean, how do you quantify that?
Yeah.
He's serious.